first person to show up from Harmony Elementary. You really took your sweet time graduating.
It's not like you're setting any speed records, are you? Huh? Last? What are you talking about? There's a bunch of other kids still trying to graduate.
Purification within.
It flew at him relentlessly, chasing the boy back to the village. He had to do something. He knew if the ogre followed him home, the village would be wiped out. With no time, what could he do? My own life is worthless if everyone else dies. I'll do anything to keep the ogre away from the village.
Hey guys, I heard some people never graduate from Harmony Elementary. No one ever hears from them and they just vanish.
Saki, I'm sure that's only a rumor.
Supposedly someone at Harmony saw something really creepy. The shadow of a huge cat in the hallway.
Are you talking about the trickster cat?
Yeah, they say the trickster cat appears there all the time.
Why at Harmony?
Why else would it show up there? It's after all the little kids.
The rumor also says that the trickster cat likes to show up at dusk in the fall. Sometimes it'll even creep right into your house in the middle of the night.
Stop it! But I really saw it.
No, you didn't, Saki. You must have imagined it. Listen, I don't want to lose any more of my children.
Come on, be quiet.
How can I be quiet when Saki said she saw the impure cat?
Maybe she imagined it.
And what are we going to do if she didn't imagine it?
Several days later, without so much as a word of explanation, Reiko Amano vanished from the school, never to be seen again. If two powers were to collide, the opposing forces would create a shimmering interference pattern similar to a rainbow. The surrounding space would twist and warp to create a dangerous situation. In short, someone from Group 2 had no issue with breaking the rules, no matter how important they were.
One day, Boy A realized he could use his PK to open even the most difficult of locks. He broke into the bedrooms of 19 sleeping women, assaulted them, and ultimately killed 17 of them.
But that's impossible! He was human, right? Are you telling us a human killed another human?
That is correct. It was at this point the world spiraled into an era of war unlike any known before.
No way! You're lying!
Ironically, the constant threat to the lives of PK users led to a dramatic evolution of their abilities, and they became unstoppable. Meanwhile, the human population plummeted worldwide until it was less than 2% of its peak of 7 billion people. During Emperor Chikotai's rule, population decreased by half. Blood flowed as commonly as water. Many lost their lives attempting to change. Corpses lay strewn across the land, and the blight of flies darkened parts of the city. The stench of rotting flesh over this system inadvertently helped develop a so-called bad seed's power. Through studies, they found that psychological and personality tests could identify potentially problematic children with remarkable accuracy. Therefore, it became a typical practice to preemptively eliminate anyone perceived to be a danger to society.
Can you not see? Your emotions cause me more suffering than this piercing blade. I beg of you, do not kill me!
At this point, most will cease their attack. But if they try to continue, a sudden onset of hypocalcemia occurs, which impairs kidney and thyroid function. The rise in calcium levels creates convulsions and heart palpitations that may lead to suffocation or cardiac arrest.
But if it turns out someone is spying on us, then don't you think we should be careful about bringing attention to ourselves?
Yeah, that's true. To be honest, I feel like we're being watched right now. And it reminds me of a rumor I heard once before. They say that people with extraordinary powers like Shisei Kaburagi or Kofu Hino can create any kind of creature they like. If that's true, then I wouldn't be surprised if one of those bugs were listening in on us.
Saki? Come here, sweetie. You too, Yoshimi.
Yoshimi! Why did you disappear all of a sudden?
We must take care of it before the transformation to Karmic Demon is complete.
A Karmic Demon?
They said Karmic Demon for sure. And then they unlocked the door to one of those huge storage drums. Some sort of weird animal the size of a lion came out. But before it could do anything, they used their powers to subdue it and took it away with them. That we were the only group with 4 people. Okay, so there was an X before Ryo. Even then, though, we're still a student short, aren't we? I can't really remember. But wasn't there someone else?
There was. You're right. Even though I can't remember anything about them, it doesn't seem like their memories were totally erased, just like X. Still, though, why doesn't anybody talk about them?
It was impossible for anyone to lead an effective counterattack against the ogre. Their hands were tied by the death of shame and the unyielding restraint on violent impulses.
I think I have a cold.
A cold, huh? Let me see your throat. It's red and swollen. Open your mouth one more time for me. Hurry up and get me some antibiotics.
Right. In his fury, Kei tore Dr. Tsuchida's head to pieces. But the medicine did its job, and Kei the ogre was dead. The previous ethics rules recognized an individual's rights at 22 weeks post-conception. But in light of the circumstances as they were, those rules were changed and the date was pushed to 17 years after birth. Thus, until a person turns 17, the Education Committee retains the right to terminate them.
Oh, please no. Oh, please no. Please no. No, please no. Please no. No, not again.
Yesterday, I was going to wait until you were done with your extra lessons, and then the
teacher said that you were going to be a long time and I should just leave. They were trying to make sure you were all alone so that they could kill you.
This is the Queen's chambers. Please, come in.
Satoru. That person. It looks like they've collapsed.
He's dead.
You think it could have been that kid?
That was no kid. It was a monster rat. It's best you didn't see. There's no sign he suffered. He probably died instantly.
It's a person. They're still alive.
Come on.
Are you all right, ma'am? Are you injured somewhere?
You need to tell us what's going on. Who's going to come back?
I don't know. I don't know who the hell that thing was. It just killed the patients, the nurses, everyone! All dead!
Be quiet. No sudden movements. Just keep talking normally.
All right. Like this?
100 meters behind us, there's another boat.
But how?
It's the decoy we used coming here. There's only one thing that could be on it. It's him.
Hello? Who are you? What are you doing?
It was a familiar sight whenever a battle between colonies ended. Back then, I had just written it off as simply the behavior of lesser evolved animals. So I wasn't quite prepared for what I saw in the nursery that night. To think that they would do that to human infants as well. As horrifying as it sounds, they had come to take human infants.
What? Are those crickets?
What you are hearing are the songs of cockroaches. Uma-oe cockroaches, Kanatataki cockroaches.
Okay,
To find a
I'm
mate
sorry
in
I
this
asked.
dark cave.
The shadows!
Fire! Drive it back with flames!
What is that thing?
We should run. It's coming.
The ogre.
Just 2 or 3 more meters.
It was the worst punishment imaginable, in which the brain is forced to suffer the maximum amount of pain it can register. Power is then used to continually repair any damage caused, making death an impossible means of escape for the victim.